years ago.
I gave it up. I gave it up.
Oh my gosh.
Cold turkey.
You're the people.
Dang, so
I feel sorry
welcome
for this
to
kind of guy.
Hungry and
I feel sorry for
Bored today. As you can see, we are trying something a little bit different
Just those
here.
four. That's
Well,
it.
we were
Just
actually
those four.
supposed
That's
to
like every good thing to
start
eat
the
ever.
podcast a little bit earlier so we can, talk while
without those. So
Ernie
I'm
cooks.
fine.
But, we're here today
Just
and
those four.
just
Just those four.
those four, I guess.
I just don't eat those four, which is seafood, pork, beef,
I didn't say pork.
anything
I just
ground.
said sausage, hot dogs, pepperoni, and then the category of seafood. That's it.
So what's
Those are
pepperoni?
the things that I
Why
just
pepperoni?
are not really
Specifically
my things.
pepperoni. I don't even know. Like, just tell me. Let me know.
Those three
Just so I
fall
know
into the
why.
Same category, because they, as far as my understanding from them, from that stuff that we learned was that was
In
gonna
high
be
school.
everything
high
that
school, though,
was
right?
Left was ground up and made into things.
So,
You're talking about high school?
Mark learned this in high school. Mark, when did you go to high school?
That was like 40 years ago, but go ahead.
Serious high, we all had to have FFA because we were all supposed to be future farmers of America.
Really? That's
And they
interesting.
taught us.
I didn't know that.
They taught us. They showed us the video, and it was probably VHS.
I don't think we were all required to have
They showed-
FFA.
I
No.
was
Because
required
I-
in series.
But that's still high.
Okay, no.
Series might be
Required in
different.
series.
Series is
Because
like,
it was like
okay.
an ag town maybe, and it was a
No,
requirement.
Modesto's, no, it wasn't.
Well,
I don't know why. I'm just giving hypothetical. I don't
Okay,
have the
well,
answer.
maybe you weren't listening in class
Well,
because
you're really on today. Yeah, this was one of the days where you did not take your medicine, and we need to call BHRS.
so welcome back to Hungry and Bored. Today's setup is a little bit different because we had planned to kind of talk while Ernie was cooking, but I guess it just kind of fell through.
I don't know if Mark will eat this.
So
I
Ernie,
don't know if Mark will eat this because it's beef.
I think
Do you
this
eat
might
beef?
this might finally be Ernie's 10 out of 10 meal.
It won't be.
I don't know. It might be Ernie's 10 out of 10 meal. So, Ernie, what did you make for
Every
us today?
week will be a 10 out of a potential 10 out of 10.
Potential. But so far, we've gotten, what's the highest so far?
7? What
No,
was your
I
highest?
thought it
you've
was like
given,
8.
Mark?
Was 4?
Yeah.
I gave the smash burgers a 9. A 9.
Something must have been really high.
What was good for you, Mark? If you can remember.
Everything's kind of a blur today for me. But,
Are you
Which
drunk, Mark?
it's- I don't.
What
Why-
I liked,
Why is
so-
everything a blur? Are you drunk?
No,
as I told you.
no.
Listen.
At work today, I was talking to someone at work. They're like,
Have a violation.
so someone at work today watched.
Told me?
No, someone.
You got a text that said I was playing a little.
Okay,
Oh.
Ernie's opinion doesn't matter. I'll just go off and do my own thing.
You're telling
Ernie
the world
sucks.
HIPAA
I'm gone.
violation.
It's not HIPAA. Oh, so Ernie had one of his coworkers
That's our
actually
joke that we
ask
say at
him.
work. When it's anything related to our health, we all say HIPAA violation.
Well,
We don't
Ernie,
tell each other.
Ernie had a coworker today ask him about the podcast, but something specific, something that Ernie should be known for now that we are going into episode 7
Somebody
Is
has,
what?
of Hungry and Bored, which is why
Which
doesn't
is, for first of all, it surprised me.
why
They
doesn't
said-
Ernie eat his own food?
finally, the world understands that we're gonna
And
we're gonna have to drop him off at BHRS. Just drop him there like a baby.
So,
Unscrew that so you can.
so someone asked me today at work, "Why don't you eat your own food?" And I was like, I don't really have an answer. Maybe it's because I eat throughout the process of cooking. Like I'm like cooking, and I'm like, oh, tastes good. I don't know, but someone who will analyze me will probably say, "Oh, it's deeper than that. You want to please everybody else, like whatever." And she actually said, "You want to make everybody else happy," you know. But
Hallelujah.
Should probably watch the other episodes. That's why.
anyways, yeah,
Sure.
someone caught on. They said, "Why don't you ever eat your own food?" And I was like, Now at this point, should I start eating my own food?
I think we've all learned that we don't tell you what to do. You do what you want.
I mean, you could have made yourself a sandwich and
So I made 2 sandwiches today, 2, and there were 3 of us, which means I made one for you and one for you. And today, I thought I would make a sandwich for Mark, So, Thanksgiving, I made a. Was it Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Everything's a blur for me today.
Let's just say Christmas. I made a brie. Remember?
I think
Big
it was Christmas.
Christmas.
Oh, it was
Alexa,
delicious.
stop.
Oh, you and your Alexa.
So
promotion.
brie wrapped with
Oh, yeah.
prosciutto and
It's falling.
fig,
It was at Christmas, I think.
fig jam, and a like baked or I baked something around it.
It was
Mark
really
thought
good.
it was the greatest thing ever.
Ever.
So I thought, okay, I'm gonna make a steak sandwich with brie and fig as well. And I thought, okay, I'm the only person that ever thought of this. Nobody's ever thought of this before in the history of ever. So I Google it, and of course, everybody's thought of this before.
Wow. It's
So-
probably because
Everybody but Ernie.
I'm just was it because you maybe asked your friend Chat GPT?
No,
This was before
It had nothing to do with
ChatGPT.
Chat- Before it
ChatGPT.
came
No, it wasn't
alive?
before that. But
Wow. Maybe you asked
this
your
is just a
friend
thing.
Mannequin.
So, which made me think, like, is there, like, can I make a recipe that's never, like, can I make a recipe that's original?
you didn't ask the computer that?
No, I didn't.
I'm just asking. Did
But-
you ask Alexa?
No, I didn't. But everybody apparently does a brie fig steak sandwich.
Wow.
It's not original, but I made it anyways, and it's right here. This is for Mark and Nathaniel.
Oh wow, Mark and Nathaniel.
Mind blown emoji.
So
Oh wow.
there's two. There's three of
There-
us,
there are
as you
two.
can see, but there's only two sandwiches.
Gosh.
Again, Ernie just doesn't like to.
That's going to be probably a number 10.
So there is ciabatta buns, arugula steak. I did New York steaks. I kicked the steaks. Whatever over whatever. Brie. I did caramelized onions with Dijon mustard, and then I did fig jam on the top bun. Look at that fig jam right there.
It,
So
it
you have the fig
smells
jam
and
like you
looks
like with the brie.
Did you get a
Amazing.
close-up of that before?
No, but it's okay.
I filmed
It's
it.
fine.
I filmed it all.
So there's two sandwiches
Oh.
here. Let me grab.
Oh, that looks so good.
Under your laptop.
So delicious.
So one sandwich.
And while he's doing that, for those of you who are watching, if you do listen to
These
this
are heavy
podcast,
sandwiches.
at the end of it,
They weigh like.
comment,
oh
questions,
was
things you'd want us to talk
At
about.
Togo's or whatever, they put it on the scale. They'd probably have to put
Togos
some
wouldn't
meat
have
back.
this. Don't even say Togos.
I'm
right-
just
oh,
giving
Togo's
the
no.
example of places, people that would weigh their
You guys go to
sandwiches. They'd
Togo's?
probably be like,
This would be
that'd be like a
overweight.
$100 sandwich. Oh, wow.
Oh, $150 sandwich. Wow.
God. Maybe in pesos.
What I'm doing? I'm just getting a knife. I don't have gloves.
Come on, Ernie.
I'm gonna cut it in half. See? Okay.
Is that to help us?
You want it in half, or you want the whole thing? Here, you can have the whole thing. Eat the whole
I'll
thing.
eat that one.
All right, the moment of truth.
So there you have it. A brie steak sandwich, fig jam, arugula. And
What in the world? This looks.
Mark, this one's
I would actually.
something you would probably like.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Can't with this. Oh, my gosh.
It's
So good.
not a 10. The 10 is still 10 out of 10 is still coming, but that's. Oh, let me grab you napkins. Here you go. So yeah.
It's very, very, very good. Very, very, very good. Oh, I just love it. I love everything about it.
You don't like onions though.
It's okay. I can have.
It's caramelized
I can eat
onions
caramelized
with
onions.
Dijon
Or
mustard.
like when you make your pickled onions, I can eat pickled onions, caramelized onions. I'm not really a fan of the raw onions, but this, oh, so good. Thank you very much for your service to the world. People pleaser, you can mark the checkbox now. You did it today. You please the people. He can't even talk. Yes, no words. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Absolutely amazing.
It's the I think it's. I tasted it before, and I think it's the perfect balance of the fig jam, the steak.
It's really good. It's probably like, it's really high.
Can
Really
you
high.
taste the fig jam?
It's like 9.75. It really is to me. This is because this is like my jam. For him, he liked your
Literally like
he
fig
liked
jam.
your what was the shrimp one? The jerk
Bang
chicken.
Bang shrimp.
Oh, the bang bang chicken
Bang bang.
or bang bang shrimp. That was like because he's a shrimp fan. But like for me, this is my jam. Ooh, and it has jam in it. But yeah, it's my jam. This is my jam. It's 9.75 for me. Final answer. I would buy. So that means I would actually go to a restaurant and I would actually ask for this item on a menu. Thank you very much.
Nate, any words? You haven't talked in a while.
I have a few. It's now time to cast judgment.
There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, I don't think you've hit the 10. Very good sandwich. Very good. Good choice of bread. Good choice of meat. The flavors of everything came together really, really well. The thing that stood out the most to me was the brie cheese. It had a little bit more of a kick to its taste. Kind of stood out a little bit more, which is really good. I love brie cheese. Probably my favorite cheese. The jam had that nice little subtle hint at the end too. Tasted the jam with the brie cheese and then the caramelized onions. Everything just came together really well. It was mixed very, very well. I would give this a 9.5. Yeah. Now, granted, so the smash burgers were a 9, but those feel more of a casual thing to eat. Like, yeah, you can make a smash burger every day. These seem more on the fancier side to where it's a special meal.
You're like, hey, lady, come over for dinner.
Exactly. So, a special meal, about 9.5. Highly recommend it. Very, very good. The meat was really good. I think wish it could have been a little bit more rare. Like this meat right here. Oh.
So, yeah. There's rare of the same meat right there. Well, it's medium rare.
The redder, the better.
Not for me, so that's why this is 9.75.
That's why I got to overcook everything because Mark's here. But I have a few meat slices over here for the men.
For the vampires.
I'll allow it. So, this is your favorite meal of Ernie's so far, right, Mark?
Uh-huh. Yes. This is my favorite meal.
So
far.
FYI, to go up from here would be very difficult.
Hmm?
So you just know next week will probably be
No, just know there's always going to be an uphill battle. That sister sang that song, and that's just the story of your life.
But honestly, I tasted
Believe in you.
when I was making this a couple days ago to like kind of practice and stuff. This was really good, and I thought, wow, this is really good. So I agree with you. It's really good.
I think we now need to make like categories. So we have your Bang Bang Shrimp Tacos. So we need a taco category, burger category, sandwich category.
I like making sandwiches though. Sandwiches are like the best. I think the best ever is sandwiches. You can put anything between two pieces of bread, and you can make it absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a sandwich, but you can elevate it up to, something you would take your date to, or down to just me eating by myself, Sandwiches are, I don't know. Sandwiches are my favorite thing to make is sandwiches.
So my question is, where's the brie? Isn't it supposed to be like this big circle thing that you put in
It
the
is,
oven?
but I sliced the brie.
Did you not taste the
did
brie?
No, I know, but I mean, isn't that a big brie? Or did you put half the cheese on our thing, or is there a lot left? Because isn't it like a big circle like you did for Christmas, or you got a smaller circle?
I got a small, well, okay.
Oh, because that's
I didn't
smaller.
use this.
Because you had like a...
No, I did have a
Christmas, wasn't
bigger
it like
brie than
this?
this. This is brie. Everybody.
So what's a smaller version?
Hungry and bored, which is hungry. This is the hungry part. So we'll talk about food a little bit.
Right.
This is the brie. So brie usually comes in
Is that the size
a
you gave for
cylindrical.
us?
No. This is a medium-sized one. There's a smaller one and there's a larger one. I use the larger one and I just sliced it up and put it on your sandwiches. Threw it in the oven, melted it a little bit, and then good to go.
I'm just trying to get perspective here. How much of that cheese would you say was in my sandwich?
Half.
I ate about half of that.
A
in my
quarter of
sandwich.
it.
Or
Well, probably half of this because this is a medium size. I got the larger one for you for these sandwiches.
Oh, so it was bigger than
This
that.
was, I thought, in case I need more, I'll buy the.
So I pretty much ate about half that. And
Yes,
it was
you did.
Wow, that was did not feel like it.
Yes.
Then boy, do I love my cheese.
Yeah.
I did not realize I ate that much cheese on my sandwich.
About half of this. Yeah. But it's good for you. Milk.
Hopefully I don't have to go to the doctor right now.
You don't.
But boy, it was good. I'm
Yeah. So this is the brie. This was the backup in case, I don't have enough.
fancy.
I better use more. So I bought this.
1936.
Um,
Wow.
and yeah. So that's that.
I'm a big fan of cheese. This-
Brie. Brie
and
is
the
good.
Brie with the for Christmas for jam with the jam.
Il est de français. That's the brie.
Just finding cheese pieces, and I'm just eating them.
yeah, and I just demolished all the meat on the
There's a lot of onions. They just
cutting
kinda
board.
fell out.
They did fall out on yours, but they're still good. If you were to grab some, they have
know some
the
very
onions
barbaric.
are
Can you see
caramelized. No, the onions are caramelized with some Dijon mustard.
They're good. You
Yeah.
can just like eat this with like a fork.
Yeah, you want a fork?
Eat it.
You're like, no, I don't think it's that good. But
I just feel guilty that I ate half that circle of cheese is in me right now.
that's a
so I'm
small circle.
like, that looks like a lot of cheese.
No, it's not a lot.
It's just cheese.
It's just cheese. It's milk, healthy, grass-fed milk, cows, healthy,
Man, that was good.
vitamin D, healthy.
Okay, so back to the meals really quick. So, Mark, this was your favorite.
So far,
So far, Mark's favorite meal made by Ernie. So here's a good question for all of us. If you were to be on death row, what would your final meal be?
so if I was on death row for killing Mark,
What,
Oh my
what would your final meal be?
So messed up. What in the world?
So this is a scenario. Mark didn't like one of Ernie's foods. He didn't like the bread. He said he couldn't eat the bread. And so Ernie flipped out, took the knife, and
Mark
just
never likes any of my meals.
That's not even.
I don't
true.
like
It's
seafood.
pork.
I don't like pork.
I didn't say pork.
all right.
Yes, you did.
So
Ground pork was last week.
so
You
background: Ernie is in jail
It's
on death
pork.
row for murdering Mark.
remember? I killed him.
Ernie, what
It
is
was like
your
the
final?
one behind him and was like,
What is your final meal?
oh, Not yet.
Not yet.
Let's have this conversation. There's napkins.
Yeah, there's napkins there. Actually, hand me a napkin, please.
What's the best thing I ever ate? Which would probably be what I would choose. So
Tell us.
I don't know. Every time I think of, I used to watch a show on Food Network. It's like the best thing I ever ate, whatever. The best thing I ever ate, I always go back to so there was a local restaurant here in Modesto. I don't know if Mark knows. They're no longer here. It wasn't because of the food, because it was good. It's the best thing I ever ate. But it was a cioppino, seafood cioppino, which is like a soup with crab legs,
Inserting it here.
clams. It's a seafood soup, I guess you can call it. And when I ate that, I was like, "This is the best thing I ever eaten in my ever eaten in my life."
Seafood soup.
Cioppino. It's called cioppino.
What was the name of the restaurant?
I don't even remember.
It was in Modesto.
So cioppino soup.
It was like it was a Modesto, but it was named like as a Louisiana type restaurant, right where currently Chefs of New York is. It was like right there.
Oh, the gym.
Okay.
It used to be, it was like a Louisiana type stuff, but they had a seafood.
Right before that was there.
Yeah, seafood cioppino. And to this day, I was driving home today and I thought, that is the best, one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life was a seafood cioppino. It's a seafood soup, I guess. A bunch of seafood thrown in with soup and stuff, I guess. But to this day, that is the best thing. And I remember it when I ate it. I was like, because I never had it before then. And to this day, I've never had it since then. So maybe that's why I think this is the best thing I've ever eaten. So I need to have another cioppino somewhere else. Maybe it'll change my mind that, but I would have seafood. So it's crab legs,
My bad.
shrimp, clams, all the seafood soup type thing.
Wow.
Top of my head, that's what I would say.
Dang.
Yeah.
Seafood soup
It's
for
Cioppino.
your cioppino for your last meal. Okay, Mark. So Ernie gave us his last meal on death row.
I did.
What is
seafood cioppino.
your last
One meal, and you're going
You
to
kill
die
Ernie,
and
and
go to
now
hell.
you're on death row for killing Ernie. Just, you chopped him up like Sweeney Todd and put him in
Wow.
one of his own.
Last meal before you go to hell. What is it?
Last meal before you die. What is your final meal?
What is it? What's the best thing you've ever eaten that you would be like, I need to eat this again before I die?
Well, I do know this. It's a very easy answer. I used to have a place that was my go-to for the dish, and you might know when I say it. But for years, my favorite dish in the world, and it still is, but it doesn't exist anymore at the restaurant where I would get it, is the beef molcajete and turlock mariachis.
Ooh, mariachi.
That was my
They're not there
favorite
anymore?
meal in the world. It's a longtime friend of all of us that we all know, but they sold their business like a year and a half ago or two, maybe.
They changed it up.
And they did. It's a funny story of how I figured out how. I don't know if I should say this, but it's kind of funny now that I remember it. Me and my mom would go there regularly, or I'd meet up with friends there. But somebody would be like, "Mom, I need to have a molcajete. I want to pick you up. Okay, let's go." So we go.
We went there. I went with you a couple,
Yeah,
within
it's
a
my
couple
favorite
years ago.
dish in the world for years. All time favorite, everything. And yes, it would always. I always thought if I were to die and I only had one meal left, or if I was like, that whole question, like if you're on a desert island and you have your one last meal,
Death
I would
row.
always say, well, you guys are morbid, so you guys are like on death row. Usually people ask like a little nicer questions, like if you're stuck on an island or whatever. You guys are like, you're on death row because you killed Ernie. Well, okay. Well, that was your hypothetical morbid hype scenario. But anyways, my go-to would always be, I'd say I want the molcajete from Mariachis in Turlock. But I guess I'm not going to say the story how I found out. But anyways.
You can say the story. We have time. Go
No,
ahead.
I don't know if it's...
We have time.
Okay, so
we
me and my-
have time. They said they have time.
Audience is saying that we had
Me
time.
and my mom went, and we go inside, and I know usually there's regulars. The waitress would know us and know what I want and just go get it. And I'm like, oh, there's new people today. Oh, so I go, oh, I'll have the molcajete. I don't need to look at the menu. I don't whatever because I know my go-to, right? So I'm like, okay, and everything looks. It didn't look any different. They didn't do a remodel, nothing. So like even the little cabinetry, the lighting,
the place
all in
that
the same
Christian
place.
music would play, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I should have maybe known when I didn't hear the Baby Jesus music, but that was not my trigger because I thought, well, maybe they feel like a sinner today. I don't know. So I did notice that I didn't notice that the music was not that. So me and mom were talking and go, yeah, the molcajete. They come and they bring it. First of all, when I see the molcajete, I'm like, what in the world? They changed the molcajete for one. They had like cactus drooping out of it, like coming out the sides and like pieces of
that's
cheese.
usually how
Not
molcajetes
there,
are.
not
Oh.
there,
Not there with
not
me. It's
there.
not there.
So they had this whole other thing going on, and I'm like, oh no, what do they do? And then I eat it, and it tastes different. It looks different, tastes different, and I'm kind of like freaking out. Even my mom, we look at it, and I go, and I look up, and I go, something is wrong, and I'm like, what? And I go, I don't know what we said. I asked the lady, I go, is this why did you guys change the order, the molcajete? And she's like, oh yeah, we changed when we had new owners. I go, new owners? And I look around and I'm thinking, everything looks like everything's in the same place. This is going to be kind of weird, but they'd have this, in Spanish you say this vitrina, this cabinet looking thing that their father, there was a portrait of the father that was always in there. And so I look up, and when she said that they had new owners, I look in the cabinet and I just say out loud, the dad is not there. And then I realized like it is new owner because their father's portrait is no longer in the cabinet there. And I go, I should have known. I go, my mom's like, why? I go, the dad is not there. It is new owners. And I'm like, oh no, it looks like we're never coming here again. So we never went there again because it was not good. They changed the menu, and it was actually disgusting. So, but anyways, so my favorite number one meal all time is the beef molcajete from Mariachis. I had to find a new one, and I've actually found a new place is my go-to for the beef molcajete because I've tried other places that people tell me to go, and it's a no. But I went to, it's the one next to Marie Callender's, the one that opened during the COVID, Memos or something like that. It's called Memos. Yeah. Now they have the best molcajete. They have a beef molcajete. It's next to Marie Callender's.
It's coffee and Sylvan?
Sylvan, I think.
Coffee and
Coffee
Sylvan.
and Sylvan, kind of like.
Yeah.
Right next to Bayer Park.
Yeah. It's
next to
fairly
Bayer
new.
Park. Yeah, it opened during the COVID. Well, the beef molcajetes there are absolutely delicious. So now I found a new place.
Wait, Memos. Is it like on a corner
Memos.
street,
Right
right
on the
across the
corner
street from the
next to
park?
the park.
Just went there.
It's absolutely delicious.
I got one of their
a
carne
great
asada
place.
burritos, and I was thinking,
Great.
like a burrito. Usually you order burrito. It's like this little thing with some sauce. No, this thing was freaking huge.
I've never been there. I've seen it
so good.
all over the place, Instagram and everything. But so if
As of it, there's multiple things that I like about it. I love the aesthetic, the vibe. You would do that in front of me and not invite.
I'm talking to the listeners.
Oh, speak into
No,
your
No, I am.
mic.
I saying if you want to go, let's go. Let me know.
Ernie's looking for a date, so if you watch this and you would like to go on a date with Ernie to Memos,
Coffee and Sylvan.
so
Just saying.
on death row for murder, I think
the wheel.
I know for a fact that my last meal would be a Nacho Supreme carne asada from Maria's Taco Shop with a 32-ounce horchata.
What in the actual freak?
Maria's Taco Shop is
Maria's
like
Taco
Maria's
Shop.
Taco Shop?
Yes.
Nachos?
Yes.
Oh my
that's like
God.
bottom of the barrel, huh?
Yeah, it's like you go to Winco and probably like open up a can of cheese and just throw it down his throat. What in the actual freak?
Yep. Maria's Taco Shop.
That's
man.
got to be more nostalgia than
Yeah. Oh yeah.
taste.
That's. I mean, so for me,
Nostalgia.
Yeah, like
So
I
for me,
remember
I
back.
remember waking
every
up at
time-
midnight and
hold
getting some
on.
nachos.
Yeah,
Well,
well, I was like
actually,
high or drunk.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Time we gotta
yes. I don't know about the higher drunk part,
Go
but
ahead.
Oh,
yes.
It was?
What?
It's okay, never mind.
Maria's Taco Shop's been around for years.
Oh yeah. So here's the thing. So
That's nostalgia.
Every
It's not
time-
taste.
every time, well, yeah, I would want some. If I'm on death row, I would want something that brings back some good memories.
Okay, I see.
See,
that.
like, oh, some good times and everything. So, I don't know if they're necessarily good times, but every time I went to the
That's what I was gonna
hospital,
say, like, every time you went to the hospital?
yeah. So when I was little, I was very clumsy. I cut my middle finger with a steak knife.
Good. So that you could stop flipping people off. Thank you.
Actually,
Baby
no,
J.
I can now gives me a reason to show you my my
You
mark.
use that when you have road rage.
No,
That finger.
I got a hole in my head, and
That's where your
Sure
brain
do.
is
Second grade.
That's why
Finally,
you're so
now
dumb.
that explains it.
All
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing.
broke my arm in the 3rd grade. Trying to think. I don't know. Anytime I had to go to the emergency room or whatever, every time I'd come out, we'd get Maria's Taco Shop.
That's That's the only reason why I would say okay, Maria's Taco Shop is fine. If I chose a place that was like tasted like beep, but you still wanted to eat it because it's nostalgia.
Maria's Taco Shop.
Nostalgia.
Is my number one go-to
Nostalgia only.
for if I want nachos, if I want horchata, if I want that, I will automatically go to Maria's Taco Shop anytime.
Isn't it
I think-
is it like open 24 hours or something?
Probably. I think
Yeah,
so.
that, yeah.
That's
And I think-
probably why. Because
It is-
if I had a place that was open 24 hours, that'd probably be my go-to too.
But the only good thing about
'Cause
Maria's
whenever I
Taco
need
Shop
them,
is
they're
you
there.
get a bonus
I've been-
churro.
I've been going there since I was what, 2nd grade.
Like, oh, here's the nachos with a side of churro
Oh my god!
for a day.
Does that really happen? Do you need to wear your diapers after?
No, I do not actually.
You don't get the runs?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I have a pretty good stomach.
Okay, Maria's Taco Shop actually sponsored this video, so
I don't know. I think if we're thinking sponsorship, I think Maria's Taco Shop would be more willing to sponsor me
yeah,
than
I take back everything they said. I said negative about
owner
them.
disappearing
It
and
tastes
this.
so good. Maria's Taco Shop. Oh, so good.
Wait. My place is the only place that is still up and running out of all of ours, so that must say something.
That's true though.
That must
Because
say
there's
something.
a lot of people that are doing bad things in the middle of the night. They need a place to eat, so that's why it's surviving.
Again, it is the only
is
thing
the only
that
place
is
open
open.
That's what I'm
Still.
saying. They're the only one open in the middle of the night.
Doesn't
Of course you have
matter.
to eat
Doesn't
there.
matter. Doesn't matter the reasons. Doesn't matter the reasons.
Your place shut down. Mine did too.
It's still open.
Give
so
it. Give him the
place.
W on this.
I got the W on this.
I think my place shut down so that they can work on Kingdom Work. Hashtag Kingdom Work.
I don't think so.
He?
I don't believe it. Maria's
I'd
Taco
say
Shop.
it all too if I was the editor.
Thanks
Is
for the
number
sponsor,
one.
Maria's Taco Shop.
Yes, Maria's Taco Shop is number
Briggsmore
Maria is not even a
and
person.
Carpenter.
not even a
Briggsmore.
Maria.
one. Orangeburg.
Orangeburg.
Orangeburg, man.
It's kind of like Carpenter.
It's that
Briggs.
Briggsmore.
No, not Briggsmore.
It's that
not
It's Briggsmore.
It's
The
right
Briggsmore
next to
overpass.
Cookies. I'm
It's
sure
the
you know where
Briggsmore
that's at.
overpass.
It's
It's
Orangeburg
Orangeburg.
overpass.
No, it's the Briggsmore
Briggs-
overpass.
Okay.
There is no Orangeburg overpass. God, how long have you lived in Modesto?
Whatever.
Exactly.
Maria's Taco Shop, thanks for the sponsorship. They didn't sponsor us. They didn't sponsor us. Don't go there until they do.
No, go there. Go there today. Tell them Nate sent you. They'll know.
I do feel like I need. You're talking about the horchata or whatever. It makes me want a
Ooh,
coffee.
The horchata is
Hor. Mark says
amazing.
horchata.
Can you give me-
Horchata.
can you
Whoa.
give me a
What is it
coffee?
called?
So
You said horchata.
you want a horchata?
Isn't that,
Oh, jeez.
isn't that what you said?
What's a horchata,
That
man?
girl's name is Chata that you know. And you said I
Oh,
want and
no,
you said
Nate,
you said I want
no,
horchata.
You want
Can you just
horchata?
make that coffee? That's a long time.
All right.
What in the
We'll be back
world?
in a couple minutes.
know
Or he's
chata?
going to make some coffees, but
Yeah,
we're going to go get some horchata too.
I want horchata.
What is wrong with you?
We'll be back.
God, man.
Welcome back to Hungry and Bored, guys. Thank you for letting us take a little break. We now have I have my iced coffee. Mark already drank his in between the break.
My sister texted me today with the podcast, the recent one, and said it tastes like the one at the silos, Chip and Joanna Gaines, and she was like hecka laughing because you said mine tastes like
tastes
Yeah.
like, it tastes like Magnolia.
Chip and Joanna
it
Gaines.
tastes like Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Yeah. That's funny. She thinks you're funny. One of the people. One of the watchers actually does. So it's all good.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Huh. Where's your notebook, Ernie?
I don't have it. Talk between you two while I go grab it. Okay. What did I miss?
Nothing.
Wow.
We talked about. I actually marked out I was a professional audio engineer.
Wow.
Because we didn't even do a mic check. But
We don't need a
sound,
mic check,
But we
yeah.
sound. Well, you can't tell. 'cause
But we sound great.
You didn't bring your headphones.
You know, so
But we sound really good
what I wanted to bring up,
with the audio. I mean,
I don't have a headphones. I don't know.
Yeah, I
But-
screwed up on that.
Starting, well, so that I don't date the podcast, McDonald's,
McDonald's.
McDonald's, everybody.
Why would he?
Everybody,
So
ready?
I want to
1, 2,
bring
3.
up McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Why
No,
is
okay,
he
ready?
so
1, 2,
starting
3.
On April 27th,
April 27th.
McDonald's will now be giving
Tomorrow?
their
their
McRib.
no.
Oh.
What's your guess? Let's go.
Wait, so you're saying giving? So something's coming out? Is it a
So
food
you
item?
can now get their Big Mac sauce in that little plastic thing that they give every other sauce of theirs in. Starting on April 27th.
Oh, they're gonna start.
You can say, "Can I have a side of Big Mac sauce?" And
Oh,
they give
wow.
you the little freaking thing. That's the
better catch
first
on.
time they've ever given their Big Mac sauce ever a second time. They did it in 2017. 2017. They
Just coming-
actually. So I know a lot of food stuff.
Yeah, coming from the guy who doesn't eat McDonald's,
I don't eat
except
McDonald's.
once or twice a year.
Well,
But
I think now you're gonna start to realize that he's lying about everything.
no, so 2017 McDonald's. 2017, I think
How does
2017.
he know this?
McDonald's sold their Big Mac sauce in a bottle, and it was going for over $100 on eBay. Over $100. There were actually listings of the Big Mac sauce in a jar in a bottle for $100,000. Believe it or not, look it up,
100,000?
Google it. If you think I'm a liar, $100,000 because they did a limited edition like Big Mac sauce in a jar kind of thing. I think that's the only other time McDonald's has allowed their sauce to be given like on the side kind of thing. But starting tomorrow, you can go to McDonald's and be like, "Hey, can I get a side of Big Mac sauce?" And they're gonna give it to you in a little plastic thing, like that you have to peel open. Like,
But regularly, you're saying from now
yes,
on.
I don't know if it's a limited thing. I don't know,
Oh,
but you can go to McDonald's and say, "Can I have a
Like-
cheeseburger with a side of Big Mac sauce?" And it's in that little peeled packet that all the other stuff comes in. Yeah,
wow.
and to me, that's pretty exciting. Or you can just go buy Thousand Island dressing.
Oh, wow.
Be done with it.
Looks like they're gonna not
So-
like us.
So it looks like
So McDonald's won't be sponsoring this.
so this is Food Beast.
Am I lying?
No.
So Nate is the guy. If I say something, he's gonna Google it and make sure I'm not lying. So you know
Yeah.
it's the truth. Go ahead.
So it's Food Beast, written by Peter Pham, February 12, 2016. A few weeks ago, we wrote that McDonald's was selling its famous Big Mac sauce by the bottle in Australia. While those bottles ran for only $5 a pop, halfway across the world, another bottle sold for nearly $100,000.
Wow. Is Ernie a liar? Not really. Go ahead.
What's special about this bottle of Mac sauce is that it was the first ever bottle of sauce in the UK.
What year was that?
2016.
Oh, I said 2017.
You're close. It was close.
Close enough.
McDonald's created an eBay listing a couple weeks ago, auctioning off
You
the
looked it
bottle
up
of
before.
sauce to the public.
No, I
Is it
didn't.
in your notes?
No.
No. The opening bid was £3 or $4.34, which quickly snowballed 7 days later. The final bid ended at £65,900, which is around at $96,000.
$96,000 for a
bottle?
bottle of Big Mac sauce.
What
And
the
you can go get it tomorrow.
Is
Today.
it tomorrow? Oh,
At McDonald's and just say, "Can I have a side of Big Mac sauce?" And they're going to give you a little packet of Big Mac sauce. Or you can get it ahead of time and just go get Thousand Island dressing from your freaking pantry.
Is it really Thousand Island?
I mean,
You're so fired. I'm not gonna have a comment.
Hold on.
I want to get the McDonald's gods mad.
I'm okay with getting the McDonald's gods mad.
it's not
All right.
Thousand Island only. I guess they add something else to Thousand Island. Let's wait for the.
Here we go. McDonald's menu next week. You can add Big Mac sauce to anything.
Ooh.
Get it free with nuggets.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You can add it to anything.
Also, okay.
So like if I get, because in the app I get points and you can get a free
Okay,
McChicken.
okay.
So I could say, can I have it with
a side of Big Mac sauce.
side of
Yeah, and they'll give you a little.
It's
thing.
actually pretty cool. It's a blue and white packet.
What I should
Cup.
say. What I should
blue
say
and white.
is you have to order it from the app on your phone to get the Big Mac sauce. It's only
that true,
available
Nate?
through the app on your
the
phone.
no, but we have to verify
Yes.
this.
What did you
Yes.
say?
So
You have to order
hold
the
on.
app on your
Hold on. If you love Big Mac sauce, McDonald's has an upcoming deal for you. The fast food chain starting April 27th will let you dip or smother whatever you order with the popular sauce when you order through the through
so
the
this
McDonald's
is a push
app.
for the use of the app.
Yes,
basically.
for a limited
Obviously.
time.
Limited time.
Oh, it's a push for the.
You have
use
to
of the
order it
app.
through your app.
Okay, yeah, that's why they want more people. On
So
the app.
all right, so let's just
Let's just get that out there. Ernie's not a liar.
let's throw crap out there right now. How much do you think one of these packets is going to go for if they discontinue it? Because it says for a limited time.
Well, I should just do it every time I go through and just
You just-
sell.
there we
them.
go.
Oh,
Side of
you're
Big
good
Mac
at
sauce.
selling stuff. I can give it to you to sell. Can you just give me a percentage?
Just hoard them
I'm
and
good-
then let
I'm
me know
good
how
with
many
that.
you have, and then we'll go.
And then
from
you can sell.
Right,
them.
and then, so how much do you think one of these would go? So you have one
We're
in the
gonna
UK.
see. This is gonna be fun. We can see how much you're gonna.
I
evade.
think McDonald's is doing a marketing nonsense.
I know,
And
but,
they're never going to stop letting you get those on the
but
side.
they're gonna use us, so we're gonna use them.
Yeah,
and
but
we're gonna
I
sell
don't
it
think
for
they're
more.
ever
think-
going to stop.
I think they'll do it for a
you
little
getting
bit.
them.
It'll be for limited time. They'll stop, wait a couple months. It'll
Yeah.
be too many people will have the idea that we're having the stockpile it, and then it's not going to be worth as much. So you could probably buy some online for whatever. But ultimately, give it a couple months, it'll come back, and then they'll just have
Just
it in
hoard 'em.
rotation.
Get them.
Boredom.
And then they're also, at the same time, changing their menu for their stuff. So if you're a big McDonald's fan. So this is the hungry part of the podcast. Yeah. So they're changing their buns. They're softer. They are also getting meltier cheese. So they're
How do you just
meltier.
randomly know?
So it's the food stuff. I don't
they're
know.
getting meltier.
Meltier
cheese.
cheese. They actually say meltier cheese.
meltier.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
the cheese.
the
on
third thing
the egg
that's
muffin,
causing a lot of
it's not melted.
controversy. You want to
Is it the eggs?
No. It's the onions. So when you order a cheeseburger, they'll put the white onions on the cheeseburger and here you go. And there's a few white onions sprinkled around. Now they're grilling the onions with the patty. So you're getting grilled onions with the patty. That's the new McDonald's. They're
Oh
changing.
my God, you're right. We found that small changes like
That's because he
Hold on.
googled it before.
Let it go.
tweaking our process to get hotter, meltier cheese.
Meltier.
Meltier.
And adjusting our
I
grill
will
settings for a better sear added up to a big difference in making our burgers more flavorful. Yeah, that's all there is. Right?
The onions are changing.
Softer, more pillowy bun,
Softer bun.
and cheese that's a little more meltier than usual.
meltier. And then the onions are changing.
A juicier caramelized flavor will result from adding white onions to the patties while they're still on the grill.
Grilled onions. Boom.
Dang.
Ernie, how do you know all this stuff?
Already been tested
Looked
in
it up.
international markets like Australia, Canada, and Belgium. Company explained that, noting that most U.S. restaurants should be seeing the upgrade sometime this year.
There you go. You're welcome.
Well, they have to keep up because all these other fast food chains are doing it good.
But
Wait, hold on.
does
They
McDonald's have
haven't
to
kept-
keep up
they
though?
haven't kept up.
But the biggest thing,
Well, obviously, I feel like they have to because
They feel like they have
probably
to,
their
but do they
sales are
have
going
to?
down though.
Is it because of their food
Maybe
though?
they are. I don't know. Did you look up their sales margins? Maybe the sales are going down as opposed to their competitors.
But
obviously,
every time I bite into a regular cheeseburger and you get those little white
but you
chunks
never
of
go
onions.
to McDonald's. You told us
No.
before.
When I think back,
When you look back over your life,
Cheeseburgers.
and you think things over.
ooh,
Oh.
that's a trip.
Oh.
That's a song.
I don't know.
When I think things over my life, and I think things
You
over.
said it wrong, but okay.
It's the same.
You can
Finally see
Truly.
that I've been free. I'm
Blessed.
sanctified.
You said free?
Whatever. It's the same song.
I have no clue. But
Somebody take
Yeah,
this
it's the
mic
song he
away.
was talking about.
McDonald's
Anyways,
revenue from
right?
2010
Was I close
to
enough?
2023.
Was that close enough? When I
There
think
was-
In the
things
rhythm.
over my life. Yeah, there you go.
And I
There's a
look
f-
back.
When I look back over my
And I
life and I think
think
things
things
over,
over.
I can truly say that
That
I've been blessed. I have a testimony.
Thank you. Sister Nadine will be proud. Woo!
Go ahead.
Sorry, we just had a moment.
Y'all are old.
He was like, but Sister Nadine, she's going to go heart, 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 heart. She taught us that.
Dang, I remembered that.
Even
As you were,
Dana was an
as
alto
you were
during that,
seeing
because I
that,
remember
I
looking over
remembered
her
that.
and seeing her say she had a testimony.
that's funny. Go ahead.
Dana,
Sorry,
please
Nate.
comment.
Sorry to take away from the host.
Oh, you're fine. I ain't
Sorry, we were
tripping.
just having a supernatural moment.
A very old moment is what it sounded.
Old?
That's what it sounded like.
Go ahead. We're waiting on you.
Oh, now you're
No,
ready
we're
for me to
waiting
talk.
on you.
Oh, okay. So the McDonald's revenue has increased 4.1%
Quenching?
year over year. So, but the other big change that has already happened as of April 12th is that there is now a strawberry shortcake McFlurry.
I saw that too.
Oh, diabetes better watch out. I love me some strawberries.
So as we talked about last
Woo!
episode,
Last episode.
talk about fast
Strawberry
food.
McFlurry.
Yeah.
And feedback on that I got was Panda Express is fast food.
Okay. Okay.
You know? Okay.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
Who told you this?
You said you could.
A couple
I can
people.
allow
People
it.
just walk up to you and start talking to you about
They don't have to walk up to me. They can just say, "Hey, idiot."
Oh,
Panda Express is a fast
I'm
food
so
place.
glad that somebody
Oh
calls you an
my
idiot.
God.
They do all the
just-
time.
that's
Hey,
just good.
idiot.
Calm them
Fast
Yes.
Panda Express is fast food. So
Yes.
regardless of what you say it is, and I'm like, okay,
There, yeah.
Yes.
whatever.
Did I,
They
did
got-
I ever said it
Thank
wasn't?
God for people putting you in
You
your
had
place.
your opinion, I have mine, but
Yes.
I'll
Not us,
respect
to
your
people who are telling
opinion.
you.
Hold on.
Not me. You're talking to the people who were telling you.
Yeah,
Wait.
Because I'm
exactly.
too scared.
Exactly.
Who said Panda Express was not a fast food?
We don't
I
need
said
to-
it wasn't a
he
fast
said it.
food. It's
That's-
kind of
Okay.
it's kind of a what is the term for it? I knew it. So in my head, I thought of this term, and I knew it was like a. It's not a fast food in my mind. It's not a fast food. It's like a dining leisure type.
I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
okay, yeah.
But you can.
Never heard of a dining leisure type.
Well, now you will.
That's
So don't Google that because it's not real.
it's not real. She's
It's
making it up.
He's fine. It's all right.
So and
This is
also this
Leonard.
guy got a haircut.
Yep, Leonard
He
now.
looks like a totally different dog. But whatever. Fast leisure. I think that's what it's called. Fast leisure? Is that even a thing? Did I just make that up?
I think you made it up.
Okay.
Panda Express is an American fast food restaurant chain.
Anyways, fast food. We'll count Panda as a fast food. And
Although
Chipotle.
they take pretty long when they run out of food.
It's kind of
and,
like
yeah.
I don't consider it fast food, but for those who messaged me and said, "You're an idiot, it's fast food," I said, "Okay, cool."
For the viewers out there.
Yeah.
All right.
I lose, you win. It's a fast food place.
Oh, that's funny. Oh.
Yeah.
Is my mic now breaking? No. Cool.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so since we're still talking about McDonald's fast food, have you guys had their strawberry shortcake
not.
pies? or is it no strawberries and cream pie?
I just realized I can finally see his eyes.
Yeah.
Thank God. That
So I took him to the vet.
and they told him that you were abusing him. You couldn't even see
The
his eye.
vet-
He couldn't even see.
My vet they have a groomer there too. And
I
I
know.
finally groomed him after a year.
See, poor
Yeah,
thing.
look.
Now he could finally see through his eyes now.
He could, but I would always trim his eyes.
Oh,
I
now
tried
whenever
to.
I came, I never could see his eyes.
Are those eyelashes?
Did you make him
So
have
this is
eyelashes?
Leonard from Big Bang Theory. That's where I got the name.
And if you remember, Ernie tried to say that he sounded or looked like Chewbacca, and they made a noise.
He did look like Chewbacca at one point. Now he doesn't, but he still looks cool.
Leonard.
What did the doctor say? You've been abusing them?
No.
Ernie doesn't abuse his dog.
No, you
that
were
much.
saying
Would an
I took him
abusive
to the
dog do
doctor,
this
and
to
the
you?
doctor.
No.
No, I'm saying. What did the doctor say?
He's amazing. You must be an amazing owner. Continue on what you're doing because you're so great.
And then Ernie woke up from his dream, and
Well, you were about to tell us what the doctor said. What did the doctor say? He's doing good.
Yeah, he's great. Leonard's great.
You don't want to tell us? It's a
No,
HIPAA
Sheldon
violation?
is running around here somewhere. So I have Sheldon
Sheldon's
and
sick?
Leonard
Sheldon.
Are they
from
sick?
Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
So yeah,
There he is. He's coming on your side.
this is Sheldon. Yeah. So, anyways, that's the dog corner on Hungry and Bored. They're right here.
So we had the dog corner. We had the food corner. Let me take you to the video game corner real quick
Whoa.
with Jedi Survivor coming out tomorrow.
This week.
Oh, sorry. Last week it will have come out. By the time you're watching this, Jedi Survivor will
be
have
out.
been out, and Nate would third person. I will probably have put maybe about 50 or so hours into this video game by the time you hear this podcast. 50 hours.
Getting good reviews.
9s, 9.5s out of 10,
9.5s.
4s and 5s. But I do not think it will be able to touch Tears of the Kingdom. I think Tears of the Kingdom is going to be the game of the year for 2023.
So far, maybe. It comes out in like about 2.5 weeks.
Right.
We talked about it last week. That's the one where I said I cried like a little
Yeah.
beep on when I watched the trailer.
No, I honestly think that Tears of the Kingdom will.
He found the mono.
Oh, it's our co-host. Hey, everybody, look! This is Bowser.
Mark's holding the person that took his spot
It's
a few weeks ago.
replacement.
But
Yeah.
you,
And that
All torn up.
so sad.
it wasn't supposed to be that way.
So sad.
I told them, act like it's Mark. And then now look what they did with it.
So much for that.
Oh man, that's
Somebody called Chris Pratt. He's gonna be real sad.
actually Jack Black plays
Jack
Bowser.
Black plays Bowser. Anyway,
Anyways,
go ahead.
but yeah, no, I do think Tears of the Kingdom will triumph over Jedi Survivor, just because I think more people have been waiting for a new Legend of Zelda, and the
It's been a
hype,
while.
the hype that comes with
It's
it,
been like 5 or 6 years.
the emotional attachment that so many people have.
And I
to
cried
this
like a
game.
beep on the last episode when I talked about it. Did you listen to that, Mark?
I remember you saying that you cried.
Yeah.
I didn't really-
Teary-eyed.
didn't
I want
really-
to say cried.
So I do think Tears of the Kingdom will definitely triumph over Jedi Survivor. I believe it has to get a 10 out of 10. I don't think there will be anything lower than a 9 for that game.
Agreed. You agree, Mark?
I don't know video games.
And that's the video game corner.
Beep, 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 beep. That's where I insert the music for video game corner. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Video game corner.
That's perfect, Mark. Thank you.
Good job, Mark. You are adding to this podcast.
Good job.
I appreciate it.
Good job.
So, one of the things about video games is that I use it for self-care. What are your guys' self-care routines like?
Oh,
I know a lot of people don't really
when you
like to talk
Mark,
about that.
okay, I think Mark would talk about that because I remember specifically
it was during the COVID when I was
During
about
the
to lose my
COVID,
mind and I was calling you. and I
Mark
said,
would
I need some
post.
self-care.
He went. I specifically remember you went to a beach or something somewhere, and you put self care.
Yes.
I don't know why. I just hit that. Just popped in
During
my
the
mind.
COVID, Mark was going stir
During
crazy.
COVID, Mark would go crazy.
And what did
he
Mark
went-
do? Mark booked himself
Yes.
to go to the Ritz-Carlton in Santa Barbara. 5-star hotel, I think.
By
it's
yourself,
5-star.
right?
Yes, by
Okay.
myself. I booked myself to go to the Ritz-Carlton and stayed in a beautiful. Wait, he's adjusting my volume.
Yeah.
Oh, it was changing. Stayed in a beautiful Ritz-Carlton. I hadn't been in Ritz-Carlton, and so that I said I'm gonna go, and it's right on the ocean. It was beautiful. It's a whole compound. It's absolutely beautiful. Y'all need to Google it. Ritz-Carlton, Santa Barbara. You'll see how beautiful it is. And that was self-care. I stayed in the pool by myself till they closed the thing out. There was palm trees there, and I was just floating and just pushing my body from one end of the pool to the other end of the pool. And nobody was there. People already had left, but I didn't care because that was my hashtag self-care. And I was loving it. I've never been so at peace in my life. It was an amazing adventure.
That's good.
And this is cutting on and off, just as FYI.
Because you got to speak into the mic.
Oh.
It picks up from the front.
Oh, so I need to get closer?
You
Oh,
just need to talk. You just need to talk into it instead of
Into
coming
it.
out like this. You see how I'm coming
Maybe that's why it was going.
Yeah, so you gotta.
But anyways, it was a wonderful experience. Yes. It's funny how you remember that. You
I
remember
do.
that
I
did-
specifically
I
remember you were
that I
on a
went and
beach. You posted pictures,
I
and you were like hashtag self care or whatever.
I
It was
was-
during COVID.
I went to the It's Carlton, Santa Barbara for a couple of days. It was beautiful. Went in the pool, walked on the ocean because it's like connected, right? It has its own little private ocean area.
You think
Obviously.
self care is important?
Yes. It was amazing.
And I think it's important. I think it is very important.
So they let you travel here over during COVID.
Yeah. There was it's kind of like a perfect place because you got to they have like outdoor restaurant eating, so they just kind of separated people out. There was a lot of everyone was masked at that time because I think I went in fall of 2021, so it was still kind of like a lot of restrictions, masking and social distancing. But I mean, you have your own hotel room. You can go to the pool. They had like, what do you call those things that you lay out? They just had them a little bit separated.
Towels?
No, the long things that you lay on by the pool.
Long chairs?
I guess.
Chairs?
Is it long chairs or lawn chairs?
Okay. See,
Just chairs?
they weren't chairs. They're the ones that you lay on.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Laying on
anyways,
chairs?
Long, but are they long chairs or?
They
You could
had
say
it-
chairs,
They
man.
had
Long,
them. They had the chairs separated out, a little bit of separation of the outdoor seating, and then you can go to the ocean and be separated from people, even if you're on your own part of the ocean. So it was a perfect experience to kind of go during the COVID and just get, but because it's so peaceful, ocean, pool area, eating. It was all on site. I thought when I went there and I parked that I had asked the front desk there, the concierge, whatever you call them, fancy, like, oh, tell me where downtown Santa Barbara where I can go to eat. And so they gave me all this list, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to get my car tonight, and I'm gonna have to go find these places. But come to find out, I literally just parked my car and didn't leave for 2 days because I didn't need to, because there was restaurants to eat in there, a couple of different ones in that whole compound. So you really don't need to leave. There's a spa, there's a gym, there's the pool, there's the ocean. So I parked my car and didn't leave actually for 2 days. I didn't actually need to leave. I just ate there, breakfast, walked around. I had lunch just brought to my room because I was like, I had my own balcony that was facing like the ocean, kind of like where you could see the ocean. So I just had them bring me room service, and then I went out. Yeah, it was my self-care. It was beautiful.
The hotel looks
Loved it.
really nice.
It's
So
beautiful.
If you have a chance, look up the Ritz-Carlton Santa Barbara. What's your self-care routine like, Ernie?
I don't really have a self care routine when I think about it. Like, I don't
That's not really like my routine. I did that during the COVID just to make sure it's clear. Mark doesn't like book himself to the Ritz-Carlton routinely.
But that was a nice like self-care.
I treated myself during the COVID and said I've never been to a Ritz-Carlton and I need to get out of this. We've been in lockdown for too long.
What is a self-care routine then?
Are you asking?
Yeah, like because he's asking, and I'm like, I don't really know.
Well, what do you do for self-care?
Yeah.
You don't need a routine.
What does that even mean, though?
Well, you knew what it meant a second ago because you said I do it often.
Because that
was one example.
The
of
only
it,
reason I
going
said
on a
that,
trip.
hold on. The only reason I said that is I specifically remember you specifically saying it was hashtag self-care. You can look up your post.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So that's why I said that. But what does actually self-care
It could be anything.
mean? Like what though?
Mine was going on a little adventure and staying at a hotel and just living my, doing things that I hadn't done before, like being in the pool with nobody and just floating and what do you call it? Backstroking from one end of the pool to whatever for like 30 minutes straight in the night, looking at the beautiful blue colored pool, looking up and seeing palm trees and the perfect weather. It was like, I was just in shock. I didn't need to hear no noise. I didn't anything. Just hearing the water as I was just going like this. Yeah. And I was literally smiling to myself. I think somebody said, I think a person asked me if they wanted me to, to take a picture, if I wanted a picture of myself to him or something, because they could see I was in it. I was like a little kid just smiling.
Dang.
So it's whatever. To me, that was my version of self-care. It's what I needed to kind of get out.
So could you tell me what is self-care?
It could be anything. It could be,
in general.
Self-care is when you, it's going to sound stupid, but you take care of yourself. So that means you cut off from the things that stress you out. So the stressors of life. So from work, from any big time projects, from anything that is giving you stress, anxiety, worry. It's just kind of from your day to day, you just take a break and you focus on you.
The good thing about where I work now is they have said, and this is really cool that they did. They said, hey, we are now switching over to you can take rather, like if you work or I'm not saying you specifically, but usually when you go to a job, they're like, okay, you get 2 weeks vacation.
Right.
My job over the last 2 months or so, 3 months has said, you can take as many days off as you want, vacation days. There's no longer a limit. We're not giving you 2 weeks. We're saying, Ernie, you can take as many days as you want off. If you want a month, 2 months, 3 months of vacation, you can take it off. Of course, that is keeping in mind that I'm doing the work,
right?
Keeping the work done that I need to get done. But so I think they're saying, okay, they have said, here's as many vacation days as you want. You're not limited to 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, a year. You can take as long as you want, but take vacation. And I think that's been my problem is, okay, I have never taken vacation time there where I work.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know if I don't want to, like Mark, I think it's amazing that you can go to a spot, Santa Barbara, wherever by yourself and be totally cool with that. Whereas I'm like, well, I kind of would feel weird going by myself. We're different. We're different people. I would rather go with somebody, that kind of thing, whatever. So that's why I don't take vacation. I don't go to Santa Barbara. I don't go, and it's weird. It might be weird for you to think, okay, why don't you take vacation? I just don't take vacation. For the last 11 or 12 years I've worked where I work, I don't think I've ever taken vacation time. And I think they see that and they're like, okay, you're not taking vacation. So I don't know if it helps, but they're like saying, okay, you have as many vacation days as you want. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Take vacation time as long as you want, as long as you're doing the work. But
So wait, I just want to make sure I'm clear. Are you saying they told you specifically, individually, or they told all staff
not all
the same thing?
Staff. A certain
They told
staff.
Ernie because he's
certain
special.
people. Not everybody.
Well, because I could see them telling you, because I know you for all these
Yeah,
years, and
but
you never
not-
take
no,
time
it's-
off. So I don't know if they literally walked up to you and say, "Brother, you haven't had a day off in 10
and
years."
I would always get those emails.
Leave for
You
a
get those
year if you
emails at
want.
work. Maybe you don't.
No, I don't
Maybe
get
you
those
don't.
emails 'cause
But
I
I get
take
those
my
emails
time
that
off.
they say, hey, we know that you need to take care of yourself. We see that you're not taking your
Nobody
vacation
sends me
days.
those emails. I never get.
So
an email.
please take the time off, and I don't.
I could see them doing that to you.
And
That's
I
why
think
thought, did
I
they do
think
it to
there's
you
a
or
large
not?
group of people that are like, okay, I need to get this work done. That's my priority, my own personal, and it's not a good thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing.
All right.
Goes back to the people pleaser.
It is not a good thing. It's, you focus on work, and you don't focus
WERK.
on yourself. And you should focus on yourself. That's why I applaud you for taking personal care days.
I do that regularly.
And
And
I-
obviously, before the COVID, I always would regularly be gone, like on weekends or
No,
plan
and I think
trips
that's amazing.
Several times a year.
I think that's good. That's needed.
and it helps me.
Treat
But-
yourself.
Yeah, treat yourself.
And I
but
agree.
even I'll say, just to bring up, it doesn't always have to be trips or spending money. It could be, and I think I've done this sometimes. I've called you when I'm doing it sometimes, especially during the COVID when everything was slow paced. I would find a spot to kind of you have to make your own, like find joy. We were in lock-in. What did that kind of look like? Even before that. But it could be your backyard, making it into the retreat that you like, and having string lighting, or if you have a fire pit, I would light the fire pit just for me. I don't need to have guests over. I can turn the thing on for me and kick back in a chair and prop my feet up and read a book, or sit there and hear music for a while in the backyard at the end of the night for like an hour or so to kind of unwind. So it could be taking that little moment for yourself. It doesn't actually even need to cost money. Self-care, you don't have to. I think some people think about that and they think, oh, I don't have money for self-care. And they might think, or they might have heard me earlier saying I took a trip to the 5-star Santa Barbara, but you don't need to do that. That's what I wanted to do because I hadn't been out. But I take moments like that, even if it's going to my own backyard that I've created my own little retreat for myself, and it makes me happy. So it could be things like that. So just hopefully somebody has that takeaway moment that it doesn't have to cost money. You don't need to have money. You can find things, little moments that you enjoy, having a cup of coffee in the backyard with the fire on just by yourself, hearing music or relaxing or reading a book. But it's important to take those moments because it'll re-give you the energy that you need to go back into whatever the struggles or the monotony of our jobs sometimes, or whatever your life might look like. And so I feel like that has helped me to keep going. So in those moments, I take those moments every so often so that I can wake up the next day refreshed and ready to go, whatever challenges may come my way.
I think that's important.
The last actual vacation I had was 2020.
So
2020, I actually went to Hawaii. Well, no. So that's the thing. It was a vacation. It was kind of self-care. But then again, it wasn't, because I went to go film a wedding in Maui that I got invited to. So it was like a day of just, holy crap, dude.
okay. First of all, those are not mosquitoes. Those are mosquito killers.
How do you know the difference?
There's a couple. Okay, relax.
There's like 50,000
That's
of them.
I have the
hilarious.
sliding door open.
Sure
okay?
do.
Yeah,
I
relax.
can tell now.
I'll
Ernie's,
close it.
Relax,
Ernie's
but it makes you start
self-care
wanting to scratch
is to
myself.
let bugs
Oh, so
come
is
in.
that a mosquito then?
They're not mosquitoes. Those are not mosquitoes.
Well, which ones are?
They're not mosquitoes. Those are
So
mosquitoes.
none of the actual mosquitoes came in,
One.
just the ones
Mosquito
that killed them?
killers.
2, 3,
There's like 15 of them.
4.
Okay, well, I have the door,
5,
sliding door open.
6.
I know, but are you sure that they're the killers?
They're mosquito killers. Those guys don't bite.
So which ones are the mosquitoes
Hey, that's
themselves?
Ralph. That's Lauren. That's Trevor.
Yeah, but which one? Where are the actual
Jerry.
mosquitoes?
Where's Jerry?
Then? They
Jerry.
lost the battle?
Jerry took off.
Jerry took off. Okay,
Where
Jerry
are the
took off.
actual mosquitoes if those were the killers?
Relax.
Anyways, so self-care.
Self-care is important.
Self-care is really good. Oh, yeah, like the last vacation, like I think actual vacation was going to Maui in 2020. I don't really remember another trip after that. Like going
Is
out.
that the one you did for your friend's wedding?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I shot video for his wedding out there. It was on a catamaran.
that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was like right
But-
after right before after your graduation.
But that was the first time in I don't know how many years that I was able to like wake up and not do anything.
That would stress me out.
I could go to a
That's
beach.
still not okay.
I could go do
Like, in my
something.
mind-
I know for somebody like you,
That would
it's
stress
hard for you to
me
believe.
out.
You know, yeah, it was tough because to
Like,
me I was
to
like,
wake up and be like, I have nothing. Like, I'm not gonna do
But that's the way it was like when I don't do that all the time, but it was that's the moment that happened when I was in Santa Barbara, like in the pool.
I've been at my job
rushed or anything.
I've been at my
But-
job for like 11 years.
Yeah.
I think almost 11 years. And I have, to this day, I have never called in sick. That might be the weird, like, what?
You've never called.
I've never called in sick. Okay, I take that back. I called in sick one time, but I wasn't actually sick.
Way to confess.
This was like
I'm just kidding.
10 years ago. I'm like, oh, I'm not, I emailed, oh, I'm not going to make it in. I'm sick. And I was out like, woo, surfing somewhere or something. I don't surf. I don't know what I was doing.
But anyways, other than that one time, you've never
Never,
called sick.
ever.
He was
have
walking
I
on the
called in
beach.
sick. Have I've never taken a vacation. This is not a good thing.
No, it's not.
This is not a, hey, look at
No,
me.
it's not a good
No,
thing.
It's not a good thing.
No,
it's
it's
like,
not.
wow, that guy's like not
I do.
okay.
You have
I've
to
I have
learn
all
to take
kinds of
care
vacations.
of
Yeah.
yourself.
And I maxed out my vacation for years and years, and I didn't accrue anymore. It like maxed out. And I think
You're
they
like
saw
a
that.
sad
Okay,
case. Of course, they saw that.
they saw that with a lot of people probably, and they're like, okay, these
No,
people are
don't
not
put a lot of
taking
people on that. I feel like
vacations
you're a
off.
rarity.
So then they said, okay, maybe it'll help if we say, okay, we're no longer capping your vacation. You take as many days as you want a year. Take 2 weeks,
When
3
did they
weeks,
tell you
4
that?
weeks, like 2 months ago.
Really?
2 weeks, 3
And you
weeks.
still haven't taken
I
a
still
day
haven't
off.
taken days
You're
off.
such a sicko. You have a medical condition.
I don't know.
I don't, but it's just like it.
Oh,
I
man.
know
I
for a
would go.
fact. Is it just me that if I
Yes.
take a week off, I come back and I'm stressed out for 2 weeks, catching up on that week. Also with the week like that's not how it works.
Sometimes it is, but
That's kind of how it works.
Okay.
I know, but it's wow. I can't even begin with you because I'm not.
But
a
you got
doctor.
do the
But you
ends justify the
But
means?
yeah, it doesn't matter though.
I know,
Yeah,
it
that
doesn't
is the
matter.
case, but it doesn't matter.
So I was at the grocery store today.
Oh, now
So
we're back
I
to
was
food.
buying stuff to cook today. Okay. No, I just want your opinion. I want your opinion and your opinion. Okay.
You don't want. Any
I was buying.
opinion. Oh, we're
I was
not.
buying ciabatta rolls. I bought vanilla ice cream because I have a pie. I made a pie.
I think it's pie time.
It is pie time, but I will say. So I got in line. There was a lady in front of me and like 3 people behind me. The lady behind me had like 2 items, and I had like 12. Do you let the lady behind you go in front of you when they have 2 items and you have more
Nope.
items in them? Dang, that's ruthless.
Sorry, get in the 15 items or less line or something.
So so I normally do, but that line wasn't open.
So then,
So I had like 15 items. She had like 1 or 2 items, Do you say, hey, go ahead, go ahead. Or do you just be like, beep, beep, I was here first.
beep beep you. I was here first.
Oh my gosh. What about you, Mark?
Okay, well, hold on. Depends.
Depends.
In my mind, I always think of that. I'm in line and I'm like, okay, I've got to look behind me because if the person behind me has like 2 items, I'll
Okay,
say,
see, that's you. My mind doesn't do that. I don't look. So what I was going to say is, I believe that would be courteous to do, yes. But the thing with me is I'm never usually paying attention
So you're
to my
always by
surroundings.
yourself.
You're by yourself as well.
no, you're always about yourself, not by
No,
yourself.
I'm not about myself,
'Cause you
but
don't
I'm
look
not
around
always.
you.
Well, I wasn't born to be a people pleaser like yourself. So when I go,
This
I'm
is
not
kinda
focusing on
true.
other
Got a point.
people.
He's got a
I'm not
point.
focusing
I'm not
on other
arguing
people.
with you.
I'm just going to get my shopping done and leave. So I don't look around and see how can I please everyone in the store today.
I will
so
say-
I go and just get my products and I leave. But if I were to realize that, yeah, it would be courteous to let them. But I don't walk around like you with OCD and say, do you have 2 things? And do I have 12 things? How many do you have? I'm sorry that I'm not always on. I relax and take a vacation in your head. Something that might do you some work. I might be in your best
anyways,
interest.
Nate?
I say no because 90% of the time, that lady or whatever, they would never turn around and say, oh, you go.
automatically
And
says
Wait,
No.
hold on. So you never do things for people in expectance of getting something back. Like if you expect somebody to do something for you, and that's the only reason you'll do something for them.
What is the golden rule?
That is a negative.
No. So,
No,
so
I think
my
you
thought
should
process.
never ever. You
My
do
thought
something-
process
no,
when it
you
comes to
failed
this-
the test. He failed the test.
I don't give a crap if I failed the test. My
You're-
thought process
you're-
is
you were
if you
like,
get
they wouldn't
behind
do
me,
it for me, so why
if
should
you
I do
have
it for
2
you?
items and you get behind me
No.
in line,
I'll wait for you to finish.
that is bad on your part. Because don't you have eyes? Don't you see that I have more items than you do? Aren't you going to go try to find another shorter line?
Okay. You're horrible.
Thank you.
That's like, okay, maybe it's just me.
It is just you because
But
to
your
you,
comment was like,
you need to please.
They wouldn't do it for me.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
why should I do it for
I've had
them?
multiple moments where it's like, oh, I have two items, but I don't expect that. I don't expect
Okay,
somebody to
I
see
guess-
me
okay,
with two
I get
items.
it. I'm by myself.
Yeah.
You're both in the very opposite. Of
I
Okay,
don't
get it,
I don't
but
have
You guys are both.
if I
different.
walk
no,
up
I'm not. It's not an argument.
You're always looking around.
if
and see,
I
how
walk
can
up
please people today?
with this item, if I walk up with this item and there's somebody with 10 things in front of me, I am not and never will I ever expect the person in front of me to be like, oh, you have one item, go in
But
front of me, go in
don't
front of
do
me.
anything expecting. Like you do something because it's like for you, it's like okay, this person has 3 items. I don't care if they wouldn't do that in return. I'll do it for them
See,
though.
but you don't. You do it because you want to make people happy.
I don't.
Which is it's not
It's
a selfless
about that.
act.
It's about just.
It is not a
that's
selfless.
deep.
It's not a
That's
selfless
not a selfless act. That's
because you are
selfish.
doing it to
You're
make
doing
that
it-
other person happy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
but-
not why you.
Yeah,
no.
but that's all-
You
he's
can't.
right, though.
You're in the
Do you get
same
what
boat
he's
as me,
saying?
Ernie.
Remember,
you
he
are in the
has
same boat.
degree.
I
Are
don't
you
care about
understanding what he's
degrees
saying?
No,
anything.
degree doesn't matter here.
No,
You're in
but-
the same boat as me because you're
Dr.
doing
Nate
it
has
for a
spoken.
different type of gratification.
That is actually selfish. You're doing it for your need to be the people pleaser. So
I
What,
do
what do
not
they
do
say?
it to
What do
be
they say?
kind.
There's no such thing as a selfless
You're
act.
doing- you even said
There's
that.
no such thing as a selfless
You even
act.
said-
Okay, Phoebe Buffet.
But for the record,
whole
if I
Phoebe
no, I
Buffet-
want to make
hold
sure
on,
that
no,
for
no,
the
I
record,
wanna say something.
I would let them if I noticed that, but I don't.
Phoebe
notice it.
Buffet
I don't notice
on
those things.
Friends said that
Phoebe on Friends.
there's like no such thing as a selfless act.
Phoebe.
You know, so as you watch Friends episode, season whatever,
Oh,
episode
that's
whatever.
So cool. Phoebe.
But anyways,
Season 5, episode 23.
anyways, this whole thing about selfless acts and stuff like that, it's funny. Friends is like one of the best shows ever, so go watch it. But I made some pie, and you can see this is like a pot.
American Pie.
Ooh.
Oh,
The crust I broke off. So this is a pie. What kind of pie? It's a peach pie. Now, why did Ernie make a peach pie? I made a peach pie
I'm allergic to
only for
peach.
one reason. One
you're a
reason
grandma.
only. No.
Because of the Super Mario Brothers Bowser song.
All I wanted to make this just to say peaches, 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 peaches. I love you.
Okay.
That's the only reason I made this.
You haven't seen the Super Mario Bros. movie.
I
huh?
have, but
And if you've never seen the movie and
Spoiler.
you don't even know what that means, then we're not compatible.
So go watch it to be compatible with the Ernie
I think,
Flismo.
you know what?
Did you watch that movie?
Yeah, is that Bowser that did that?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You are Bowser, thinking that you're gonna have that princess
I
the whole
made
time,
this.
and then she tells you,
So- Is that
The whole time you're like, I'm gonna have the princess, but you're not.
Oh,
so
dang.
I made this
Oh, so
I-
you are
so-
Bowser.
No.
Actually-
I made a peach pie just to have peaches, just to
Bowser.
say peaches, 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 peaches.
And think
Honestly,
that you're
that's
gonna
kind
get
of
the
what is it?
princess. and the
Didn't they
prince
say
like
that
you
that
can-
song can go up for a nominee for? Is it an
it
Oscar?
could,
Right?
yes.
Oscars is Oscar music?
So I made a peach pie
No, Grammy.
Oscar- Oscars, the
only
movies.
because I wanted to say
think
Correct me.
peaches,
Grammy is
peaches,
the
Grammy.
peaches, peaches, peaches. That's it.
No, I think it's
That's it.
because you
I-
think you're
no-
gonna
no
get
other
the
reason.
princess, but you're not.
So is this good or not? I
Just
don't
like
know.
the Bowser.
But I wanted to say peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. That's it.
I don't remember that scene. Can you please remind me?
Oh, here we
You
go.
know,
Peaches from Super Mario Bros. Movie is eligible for Oscar's Best Original Song.
But can you remind me the scene because I don't remember that.
No,
part.
It's just
throughout.
it's
If I
throughout.
say peaches, 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 peaches,
He
peaches.
said that
I
throughout.
He sung it.
Oh,
love
maybe I
you.
He kept doing that.
Yeah, so there was moments where it would go to Bowser's
You don't know
like
what that is.
scene,
You've never seen the movie.
and
I
he'd
did
be
see the movie,
playing
but
the
I
and he'll be
must-
playing the
Yeah, I
piano.
saw him playing the piano.
Yeah, and he sings it. Peaches, peaches, peaches.
Oh, is that what
peaches.
he was singing? I wasn't
Yeah.
paying attention.
Oh,
This guy's a loser, kind of like Ernie.
So anyway,
Wow.
I don't
So-
pay
I
made a
attention to
peach pie.
losers.
Mark
Peach pie
is
in
not
honor
a
of
fan of Nintendo.
Princess
No,
Peach.
I
There
watched
you
the
go.
movie. I just don't remember that part.
That's it. No, I made a peach pie just for that reason.
I'm sure you did. So you
Actually,
can
when
please
I
the
walked in,
people.
when I walked into the house earlier today, what was on Alexa? The Peach song.
You can ask Alexa to play it.
Yeah.
Look at
Maybe
that.
that because you were a grandma.
I don't know. I have this box in front of me that I can't see.
You can't.
We'll
see
get
it.
to that in a minute.
You're dropping it all.
It actually looks
There's
really
vanilla
good.
ice cream with the peach pie.
I think
I'm actually.
messed this up.
I have to take the messed up one.
There's no such thing as a messed up one.
Sir, can you please mute your cell phone?
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
It's not a cell phone. It's like a computer or something.
It's his Outlook messaging system.
Oh, my phone.
Oh, is that what it's doing?
Yeah.
So I made a peach pie.
Is that your work email that you have all day
So
long?
this
You're
is
trying to please your
Ernie's
employer?
peaches pie.
Peaches.
God. Ernie, you brought everything but forks.
I don't know how to do this.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna eat this like
Forks. I'm going to get forks.
So you can please the people.
Smells pretty good.
Smells
Smells pretty good.
Like a grandma. Like a grandma's kitchen.
Ooh, it's still warm.
Is it? Hopefully.
He only brings
I'm
one
not-
fork.
I'm not good at this. You only.
You want ice cream?
He's not eating.
You gotta
Oh,
have
that's
ice
right.
cream.
He's
You
a
gotta have
people
ice
pleaser.
cream.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Here,
The host has to have ice cream.
the host will take some ice cream.
When you sing it, I want to hear a Bowser sound. Go.
Wow.
Peaches.
This does taste like
Cool.
something that my grandma used to.
So peach pie, in honor of peaches.
Did you make this from scratch?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, right.
Did you pick
What,
these peaches
what are you
yourself?
gonna go buy it at Save Mart and just throw it in the oven? What like
You made the filling and the crust.
everything?
The dough, you made
Okay,
it by hand.
hold on, I wrote
I
down
don't know,
my
I'm
recipe.
just asking you. Yeah, did you make it?
I'm gonna read my recipe real quick.
It's just a question.
Okay.
You don't need to get mad.
Oh,
The
I open
berry
my
crumble is
browser and
still
what do
better.
I see? Peaches. I love you.
I want you to sing any other version.
Am I
Oh my
lying?
god, yeah. You have every,
I have the lyric.
Mario, Luigi, and Donkey Kong too. 1,000.
You think I'm lying? I don't. This is Hungry and Bored. BOARD. Every time I say that, I'm going to say BOARD. The idea about Hungry
is
and
it?
Bored was BOARD is I really like board games. I watch podcasts of board games. Who watches podcasts of board games? Ernie does. So what I will say, I want to recommend, we probably won't play because there's only 3 of us. There were supposed to be 4. 3
It
people,
was supposed to be for?
well, to play this game. It's called Just One. I'm going to recommend this movie. It is a
The movie?
party. Oh, sorry.
You're gonna
Thinking
recommend this
Mario.
movie?
Party game. It is. I'm going to recommend this as a party game. 3 of us, it's kind of difficult. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 7 people. I would recommend this. It's called Just One. The premise of this game is, so you have a card that says, okay, your word is butterfly. That's the word, butterfly. You don't know the word. Okay, I don't know the word. So it's my turn. You guys have these little things here, and you write down a hint to give me what the word is. So you think of a hint that says, okay, how can Ernie say the word butterfly without saying the word butterfly? So Mark would say cocoon, right?
Caterpillar.
Caterpillar. So
Transform.
Mark would say caterpillar, and he would write caterpillar on this board. This is his. This is Mark's thing. And he would. What would you write, Nate? If the word was butterfly, I needed to guess butterfly. Caterpillar. Mark would write caterpillar. What would Nate write?
Cocoon.
Is cocoon the right one for butterfly?
Yeah.
Cocoon.
Yeah.
How do you spell?
It's in a cocoon before it's
How do
a
you spell
caterpillar.
cocoon?
I think.
After it's a caterpillar.
C-O-C-O-O-N?
After it's a caterpillar, it's in a cocoon?
No.
Oh.
Before.
No.
Oh yeah, after.
After.
So
It's a caterpillar.
if we
then a
had
cocoon?
multiple people, and someone else said,
I think it's called metamorphosis, right? Is
if
that
there
what
was
it's
like
called?
5 of us,
The
or 4 of
transition
us,
is called
and the other
metamorphosis.
person also said, oh, I'm so smart. I'm going to say
Metamorphosis.
cocoon. So, and then they say, okay, Ernie has to guess the word. It's called just one. Mark's word is this, caterpillar. Nate's is cocoon, and player number 3 is cocoon. They show each other the words. I don't know the word. Whatever ones match, they can't use. So Nate and this person match cocoon. They can't use it. So Mark says,
No, we can't even use one of them.
no, you could because you have to try to pick a word that nobody else chooses.
Let's try it.
And so it doesn't work really well with 3 people. It's hard. So Mark chose caterpillar. So he would turn the word and say caterpillar, and I would have to guess insect, and I'll be wrong. I'm trying to guess butterfly. So
How many
I would get a
guesses do
point,
you
and
get?
if I guessed butterfly, you would get a point, and I would get a point. You know,
How many guesses do you get?
1. That's it.
Oh, interesting.
So the idea is it's a kind of a co-op game. You're putting a word down that you would think the other people are not going to put down, so that I would get the word. For example, let's go to a different word. Just for example, prom. The word is prom. Nate would say, what would you say? One word hint that would get me to say the word prom. What would it be?
Dance.
Dance. What would you say? One word hint that would get me to say the word prom, and you would write down on this.
One word.
One word. If you wanted me to guess the word prom, what would you put?
That's hard.
Lose virginity is 2 words. 1 word.
It's all right, Ernie. We all know you did it.
High school.
That's 2.
You would
That's
say,
2 words.
well, you could put high school. Okay. You would put high school. He would put dance.
Dance.
And this other person would put, let's say they put dance. It's like, okay, and then you guys show each other the words, and I'm here trying to guess prom. You're like, oh, you said dance, you said dance. Those are out. They don't get any points. You're the only one that gets an attempt to make me say the word. And you said what?
But I don't get to show you their word
No,
dance.
you
So their
don't.
word doesn't count.
No, they're out.
If the 2 have it, it cancels out the
It
word.
cancels out the word.
So you
You
really,
have to
so
try
the
to guess a
goal
word
really
that gets
is
me to guess it.
so the goal is to try to select a word that your peers will not guess.
Exactly.
So
You're
that
playing
you can
against them.
present it to you to get you to say the word.
Exactly.
That's
I
the
couldn't
whole-
said
the
it.
whole
I couldn't have said it better.
Premise is
That's the whole premise.
you're trying to use a word. You're trying to basically be a thesaurus that the other ones won't say the word
Yeah.
because you want to be able to present your word
And
to
if
the
I get the
person
word,
so that
you
you
get the
can guess
point
it and
too.
I get the point.
Correct. We both get the
Oh,
point
wow.
if I get it. So say you said high school.
I get the whatever the premise.
Yeah. So that's the premise
so
of
you
the
have
game.
I have to use a word. So not only do I have to think of the word, I have to say, oh, that's,
Honestly,
it can't be the common
this
word because
is-
it's going to cancel out.
this is the number one, and I've gone through board games. I
Okay,
listen
we
to
know.
podcasts.
You sure do. So
and
it's the
just
number one what?
I would highly recommend this game as the number 1 party board game on my list.
Is that what it says?
It's called Just One.
No, but what does that say?
This is over 25 million.
Oh, it's just
Oh, the little award in 2019. What is that?
It won an award for Spiel des Jahres.
I know what country is that. What
I
language is that?
don't know.
Who gave it the award?
Who gave that the award? Look. The
It
top.
shows an award.
But
Yeah, the hottest.
it doesn't. It doesn't really work well with
Dia de
3
los
people
Muertos.
because if they both wrote the same word, it would cancel out each other. So I wouldn't know a word.
Too soon. They have a game card that says
German.
pandemic.
German.
Too soon.
German market.
What do you say? What do you people say?
Nate,
Too soon.
what do you say about this game?
Ooh,
Pandemic.
pandemic is fun. Okay.
Isn't this
Hold on.
called
Okay, hold
hashtag
on.
too soon?
Hold on.
it's
This
not.
is
It
great.
has
This is
nothing to do
great.
with that. Go
This
ahead.
is great. So, pandemic happens. Mark, we've all seen this show. Cordyceps are now resistant to heat and start infecting people. What do you do in the event of a zombie apocalypse?
Wait, are you just?
That goes off of.
Is that from that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, you're telling me the premise
Zombie
of that?
apocalypse.
No.
What do you
The
do?
just the pandemic. So
Okay,
there's a
wait.
pandemic.
Okay, are you just giving me hypothetical right
Yes.
now?
Yes,
Of
hypothetical.
course, there's not a
Yeah.
zombies
No,
outside.
Well,
I didn't
hold
know
on.
that matched the game.
Hold on.
I didn't know if he's
No,
going off the
hold
game.
on. They have announced news articles
Wait,
about
okay,
cordyceps mutating to now resist hotter environments. So The Last of Us is slowly getting to become a real possibility.
You watched The Last of Us.
You watched The Last of Us,
Wait,
right?
hold on. I want to. Can you just restart what you just said again so I can focus?
Okay.
Go.
Going off of Pandemic, the board game,
Pandemic.
leads us to, if there's a pandemic here, like The Last of Us,
Like The Last of Us.
cordyceps are now infecting human beings.
And what is that again?
What is a cordyceps?
Doctor? You're the one who went to. You're the doctor.
Doctor.
So what is that
So
again?
cordyceps is a fungi or fungal infection. I believe it's fungus
Like
that,
The Last of Us.
like The Last of Us,
Like The
that
Last of
takes
Us.
over the functions of creatures, animals, human
Your
beings,
body.
your body.
So
these fungal
the
infections
idea
take
of The
over.
Last of Us.
Yes, the
Is
idea
actually
of The Last of Us is
real.
actually
So
happening
they're
and it's
saying,
real.
Okay.
What do you do?
Do you
Wait,
just?
but how did you say you found this
I know
out?
what Mark does.
What?
No, do you know that
This is
I know
Mark.
that like 8
Oh
or 10
my
years ago they've
God.
been preparing for this.
There's
Well, I think we
zombies
know it's-
coming.
It's
Hold on.
public.
What do
They've been
I
preparing
do?
they've been preparing for it in San Diego, all the branches of our
That's what Mark
government
did.
for a zombie apocalypse. Basically, The Last of Us, right? I heard about this like 8 or 10 years ago in San Diego. They had a convening of
So-
various branches of
So recent. So
military.
after the movie, the TV show came out, they
Before
actually
the TV
started.
show.
No, well, after. I'm telling you right now. After, if you looked at any of the news, after.
before they were preparing.
Hold on. Before they may have prepared and talked about it, but after is where they're now confirming it and actually telling people that the cordyceps fungal infection is relevant and can actually happen because it's starting to mutate even more now.
I
So
think the movie opened the door for them to tell the public that
the
yeah,
hypothetical
it's actually
that I'm
gonna happen.
asking you is,
what would I do?
yeah. So you are now dropped into the world of The Last of Us. The entire world is being infected by
What
cordyceps.
would I do?
Zombie apocalypse.
And you have a gun in your hand. What do you do?
Well, I'm glad I watched
You
The
end
Last
it?
of Us because I know what to do. Just
Well,
run
tell us
and,
what
and just run and just like shoot them. You just like try to live.
But then you run out of ammo.
I
I
don't know
think
that I have
Mark
to
would
watch.
just end it. Just be like, you know what? I can't take this.
Oh, I think you'd probably try to please the zombie and say, "How would you like to eat me? Would you want me to lay down so that you
Actually,
could eat
if you
me?
did watch The Last
People
of Us,
pleaser?
if you did watch The Last of Us show, they only go after people aggressively who are trying to kill them and or get away from them. If you watched The Last of Us show and one of the episodes where God,
If you're trying to kill them
was it Tess?
or get away from them,
Yeah.
or
If you- if you just-
also whenever you stepped on the little thingamajig that sent the little receptors, they'd all just come running after you.
Right, because it's a hive mind.
If you accidentally stepped on the little thingamajig,
If
they
you're not
also
watching The Last,
ran
if you haven't
up
watched
to
The
you.
Last of Us, go
Watch
watch
The
If
Last
you
of Us.
stepped on that, they would just run after
Amazing.
you,
Yes,
though.
because it's a hive mind.
So you could accidentally step on the little nerve or whatever.
Do you know what a hive
It's like
mind is?
500 miles away.
No, you're right. That's not how it was in the game.
No.
Yeah,
and
because
The
they
show
like
it was,
stepped on the thing
yeah.
and then like,
right,
and
because
then they
it's,
all went to them.
because it's a hive mind.
Well, I don't know, but it seemed like a piece of a
I'm-
nerve.
I don't think
I'm
you'd
telling
last
you,
very long.
I'm telling you, it's a hive mind.
You'd be dead like within 5 minutes.
What?
Anyways,
I didn't know that I
so
was going to need to prepare for the apocalypse today.
well, hold on.
I don't know.
Well, that's the
You'd
thing.
be
is-
like-
I don't know what
You'd
I
be
would
like
do.
Mark Semuriod.
so
I'd probably book a trip to the Ritz Carlton in Santa Barbara and just lay in the pool and
while you're
die.
having self-care.
that would
Yes.
suck, man.
Might
Because
as
then the
well.
zombies would come and. Oh, sorry, they don't use the word zombies in The Last of Us. It's infected.
The infected.
What is it called?
The director actually
Oh,
told
because
them
you have to be
the Z
politically
word.
correct, right? Because
Well,
you can't call them
The
that.
director
They might get
actually told
upset.
them.
They might be offended.
The director told the whole cast and crew that they cannot use the Z word on set. Yep.
C word. So what did they call them again?
Infected.
The infected.
Yes.
There's another.
Or there's clickers, or there.
Clickers.
Well, clickers
Oh,
are.
the
Well, those
clickers.
are.
They
Those
did say
are.
that a lot.
Hold on.
Clickers.
Hold on. Clickers are a type of infected, but there's
Like that.
clickers. I believe there's bloaters.
Mark would
There's.
kill himself. That's what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
I
for
don't
that.
think you'd make it. You'd probably reach out to me and say, "Ernie, help me make it." And I'll be like,
Of
"Okay,
course I would call
here's
you.
my guns. Let's go."
Ernie doesn't have any guns.
Yeah, I don't have any guns.
I'm sorry that I didn't prepare for the infected coming to get
You
me.
got to prepare
I
for
didn't.
everything.
Well, now I'm going to prepare after this. Thank you very much.
I got you. So I made a plan up in high school.
Wait.
in high school.
Oh my
So, hold
god!
on. Hold on.
So you made the plan when you played the game, The Last of Us. You thought
Well,
I got to
that's
prepare
about
for
the
this.
right time,
I got to
yeah.
prepare for this, right?
I've been making a game since the first time I played Call of Duty Zombies. Back
So you've been
whenever.
preparing for.
I've been
we
preparing
can't
for
say
a
the
long
Z
time.
word. You've been preparing for the infected for the last 20 years.
For any infected or zombie type of a like.
So
thing
what
that
do
goes
you
down.
do to prepare? Do you have your radio with AAA batteries ready?
I don't have all that, but I have a plan. So
What's
like,
your okay,
I've,
what's
dri-
your
I've drawn
plan?
out a map. So I have a map of like
really
my,
have?
the Central Valley area. So all the way.
We do-
So I have Turlock, Modesto, Stockton, kind of all the way going up towards Sacramento. So I have everything kind of laid out and planned out to where I have like spots of interest.
What's your spots of interest?
Okay, so I would definitely stay away from any type of like Home Depot, Harbor Freight, Lowe's, any of those stuff. You hit the mom and pop shops. You hit the smaller shops. Usually the mom and pop shops do have some type of weaponry or gun or something that they hold behind their counter and a gun safe, whatever. Because you go to the big time stores, definitely stay away from Costco. Don't go to Costco, Target, Walmart. Those are all places
sounds very
people
thought out.
are
Are you talking
going.
about the initial
Yes.
and the
The
initial, days
rush.
of
The initial-
the infected?
Yes.
Right. You do not want to
He
go there.
literally has this planned out.
does.
But during the COVID, my mom and I did talk about preparation for this type of idea and what would happen. We didn't get our preparation done, but we did tell people. No, I did tell her that we're not supposed to tell people that we're prepared in case that, because then they're the first person they're going to come get us and kill us.
Right. So that's why you
So
have
let's
weapons.
just say
so
I'm
that's
not
why, hold on.
prepared.
So that's why you have weapons at
I'm
your
just
house. So I have multiple
You
swords
can't
at
tell
my
people
house.
that you're prepared because they're going to
You
go
have
to your house
multiple
first.
swords?
Multiple swords
So
because
don't worry, you have like guns that will just shoot them if they go to your house.
hold on. So I have multiple swords. Yes, a lot of people are like, "Oh, swords. Why don't you have
they're
a
gonna
gun?"
go to your house.
Well, I don't
So
have
a
gun.
sword, you got to be fairly close.
It depends on the length. It
Swipe
depends on the
and
length of a
cut their
sword.
head off.
But if you're fast enough, and you know what you're
Everybody,
doing.
Look at him. Are you fast enough?
Oh, what
Exactly.
in the
Exactly.
actual-
No. Yeah. Exactly.
Did
No.
you just
No,
do
it makes
that to
sense.
him?
Hold on.
I didn't.
Oh,
No, I'm
Mister,
just-
I go to the
No.
gym every day at 5:30. I do the EMOM. Calm the F down.
No, but the odds. So, but here's the thing.
oh,
not
give
what
me 80
But
burpees.
the odds
not
of hold on. I have
What he
done
said.
I have done the calculations. The odds of somebody coming to my house right
I'm
away
glad he's handling this very
is not very high.
Drop it, give me 50.
God. Oh, hopefully before a zombie apocalypse happens, I do get in some shape. But I honest to God, I don't know, and that will be my downfall. though.
Every minute on the minute.
No, but that would be my downfall. If there were a zombie apocalypse, I don't know if I'd be able to outrun all of the infected.
Infected, they run really fast. I saw that episode of The Last of
run
Us.
Yeah, I just
They
got to
run-
trip.
They run like
I just got to trip.
Forrest Gump.
I just got to trip the two of you, and I'm good. That's all I got to do. Sorry, it's every man for himself.
Also, Ernie also has a sword.
Do you? No. So I have multiple swords on hand because one, guns run out of ammo. Ammo is going to be very scarce.
It is.
You would have
No,
scarce,
that's the way
scarce.
to say it. It sounds fancy.
Scarce?
No, he's
Scarce.
right.
Who says scarce?
He can say whatever he wants, just like
Okay,
you do.
oh,
I don't scarce,
But-
scarce,
but no,
tomato,
that's-
tomato.
that's really
Scarce.
good.
But
I
you
used to
have
make
Scarce
my
but
is
plan.
I have
not a word.
I have knives.
Okay,
I have
scarce
swords.
is not a word.
I will eventually
is.
grab
No,
a
it
gun. So obviously I don't have a gun license right now, so I don't have
Do
a
you
gun.
have your non-perishable food ready?
No.
You're dead.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Relax.
Order that.
Okay, relax. This is a plan. I'm not saying I've
It's not a
freaking
good plan if you
bunkered
have
or
no
You're
something.
not,
food.
you're not fully prepared for.
Well, because you
for
hit the mom and
infected.
pop shops that nobody's going to go
Can you
to.
kill them?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! You know he's right. It goes back to the conversation earlier. Letting the
Look,
people online.
you have to be able
He's
to
like,
fend
oh,
for
thanks
yourself.
for opening your mom and pop shop.
He's gonna sword.
You're not gonna expect them to open it. The city's gonna be in chaos.
Yeah, and
The
then-
city will be in chaos. So you hit the smaller shops,
No, we do need to prepare for this though, y'all.
but
You need to prepare for
but
zombies?
so hold on. So the
that
plan
biblical?
For
is
something or a different pandemic.
so
because
the biggest
if
plan
this
is though,
was
is
from the Wuhan, China. If there'll probably be a second round of something else.
but you have to plan to get out of
Gotta be ready.
the city.
Yes, we do.
So we
It's
would
true.
need to get out of Modesto. So my plan would be to
I was gonna order walkie-talkies. We haven't done it yet.
go to
get
Riverbank.
to
Walkie-talkies because your cell
Riverbank.
phones won't
A
be working.
ranch.
Riverbank
But
is
your
a
cell
safe
phones won't
spot.
be working. The city
you
of
would,
action.
hold on.
Yes.
You would need
Okay,
to get
hold
to
on. City
wait.
of Action. They
City of
have
Action.
action in their
Yeah.
name.
City
They
of
will
Action.
have action.
You want to know what they have? They probably have horses they're going to jump on to be able to go on the rodeo.
I'm going to
That's
Riverbank.
Oakdale.
I'm going to
Isn't that
Riverbank.
Oakdale?
Riverbank
the
is
rodeo.
going to be the spot.
Why Riverbank?
Anywhere
Oh, I
with
know.
a
Somebody there is going to help you.
anywhere with a
I know.
ranch, anywhere that has a bordered in fence, anywhere that you can build upon land.
City of Action.
Sorry, Riverbank doesn't have action in their name.
Oh,
We're
well, they're
City
going to
of
have
Action
action
in
when he
Riverbank.
gets there.
I thought you meant like actually.
When
in their
Ernie
name.
arrives, it'll
their
be
slogan
action.
is City of Action.
City of Action.
Anyways, but then you have to
Oh,
make
sorry.
some really tough decisions. Like,
I
who
know
do you
because you
want?
don't even have your food ready, so you're actually going to cut people's head off for that. Oh, wow.
Kind of have to, man.
Just get the non-perishables on Amazon. Jeez, you're already wanting to cut Maria's head off in the little mom and pop shop. Just get the non-perishables.
Mark, when it comes to survival during an apocalypse,
Oh, wow.
you can't rely on just your non-perishable foods because
know.
the more you carry, the more of a target you'll be, the more people are going to come after you, and the more likely you will end up dead. So that's why you have to start and build a
Same with
community somewhere that's probably a little bit isolated. Again, a ranch of sorts, some land you can find that you can start building that community on.
It's going to have to be like in the middle of nowhere, obviously.
Yeah, but you start off small. Start off in a smaller ranch area where, you know, the infected wouldn't be able to get over the fences right away, but you'll be able to reinforce some stuff. I prefer ranches because most people on ranches do have weapons, so you wouldn't have to worry about looking at that.
They do have weapons.
And that's the thing. So everything's already out there. I don't really need to necessarily get anything because by the time apocalypse happens, everything's chaotic. I'm not going to be able to say, "Oh, I got a grab bag. I'll have a grab bag ready to go." But all my family members are going to be scattered.
Did we
Sean?
get that from this game?
I think so.
I don't remember.
I don't
But
remember.
Why are your
that's my
family members going to be
recommendation.
scattered? Didn't you share with them your plan? You've been preparing, but you didn't warn them?
No, because every
mom
time
doesn't have the map?
Let's be realistic.
Messed up.
I get laughed at whenever I bring something up like this to a family member, and
Ricky,
'cause,
he better help you.
hey, that's just what it is.
You ain't
Has
gonna live on
anybody
day
heard
3.
of taco, cat, goat, cheese,
Wait.
pizza?
I thought
Hold
we were
on.
talking about
We
the
are.
infected.
We are, but
This is my segment.
we're gonna
And you
switch
guys went
segments
off.
right now, right after
You guys
we
went
restart
all
the camera.
crazy. So that was my
So-
recommendation for
This one does seem fun, though.
All
one
of
is
the
fun.
zombie apocalypse and infected talk, just to say that this is Ernie's recommendation.
This is my recommendation. If you need a party game, just one. Number one of all party games, because I've done my research. I've played them.
And it won the 2019 award to a
Oh,
country that
yeah,
we don't know
but
because we don't
just
speak that
one.
language.
If
It's
you want to borrow it, let me
German.
know. I'll let you borrow it.
Is
you
it
can try it
German?
out. It's Loschon.
It's a German.
No,
word.
made that up. That's not
Venus
what you
Nitchel.
say.
No, that's German. Venus Nitchel.
Spiel des
That's German.
Jahres.
So that
So-
won an award in Germany in 2019.
Just one. I would highly number one party game in my book. So if you need a party game, let me know. You can take it with you, and you can try it out. You could test it. You can play it. You will order your own copy after. Trust me. But the game we were supposed to play today is Taco, Cat, Goat, Cheese, Pizza. It's a game. It's a quick game. But this is a game we will play on the next episode, right?
Correct.
Taco, cat, goat, cheese, pizza. I picked this game and I thought it would be perfect for us, so we're gonna play it next week.
You're
good?
here May 3rd before the May the 4th?
May the 4th.
Aren't you going to be
We'll
gone?
figure
We'll
that
figure
out.
that out. The next time you see me, Ernie, and Mark on a
So-
podcast, we will be playing
Goat.
Tacos,
Cat, whatever that.
cheese, pizza.
What is it?
It's a quick
Do
game.
you think Mark would eat that? No, that's not.
Mark would eat
Sorry.
anything.
Ooh, that would be a good segment.
No.
Would Mark eat
Would
this?
Mark eat it?
Would Mark eat it?
No.
I think, you know what? The next time you see us,
I wouldn't eat
all three of us on this podcast, Hungry and Bored,
Eat cat.
we are going to be playing a
eat it all the
game
time, that's
called
what they do.
Will Mark Eat It?
Some
But it's a
people
good
eat-
game.
Some people
I
eat
recommend this. I recommend this as the number one, just one party game. And then this one is just it's a fun casual game for a few players. Kind of like if you played War.
No.
Cat. We don't play war. Thank you
But
very
yeah,
much.
I would recommend that too. But we'll get more into that next time.
Yep. Well,
Because you're the infected. Click, click.
That's called a clicker. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in and
That's Ernie's
watching.
board segment.
Please do not
Ernie's
forget
board
to
segment.
subscribe. Like, no, we're not.
Hungry and bored. We were hungry. You ate. Now let me get the board part.
All right, never mind. We're gonna. This is Ernie's
The board part.
board
Buy
segment.
This game, play it. Thank you. That's my review. Go ahead.
Oh, you're done?
I'm done.
Jeez. Thank you for watching Hungry
You gotta have
and
the board part in there, right?
thank you for watching Hungry and Bored or listening to Hungry
What
and
episode
Bored
is
this
this?
week. This is episode 7. This is episode 7. We are almost at 10 episodes.
And we thank all 3 of you that watch.
All of you, all of our
appreciate it.
subscribers, all the people who watch weekly, we thank you
Wanna
and
say their
appreciate
names?
you for sticking with us
Who are
this
they?
long. We are 3 episodes away from episode 10, and we will be doing
you,
something big for our 10th episode.
Episode 10 coming up.
I like balloons, like a big
We're not
one
getting
and a
balloons.
big
I don't
zero.
know. I don't know if we'll get balloons.
I like balloons.
Oh, that's too bad.
Strippers. Hungry
Oh.
strippers.
I was gonna bring the Bible and read out of it. but- you know, you have balloons and you have strippers.
And then you
I
have the
was going
Bible.
towards Bible. You know,
I think Vicky needs to get the belt.
I'll hit you with the belt. Yeah.
but
Get off my
thanks,
podcast.
guys, for watching Hungry and Bored. BOARD.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share that link with all your friends and family.
Oh, don't you usually say this?
I'm your host, Nate,
Rennie, Lismo.
Mark.
and this is Hungry and Bored.
I'm probably bored. BORED.
There we go.